Hey, folks, welcome back.
About freaking time.
We've had a glorious summer break. We hope you did too. But we are back, and Zandvoort did not disappoint.
It should have, but it didn't.
It should have. It should have. You know, what didn't we have this weekend? We had safety cars. We had crashing and burning Ferraris. We had rookies making stupid mistakes and rookies making statements. We had Mercedes drivers crashing into competitors. We had Mercedes power units failing their customers. The Dutch Grand Prix was a race with major championship impacts, and we're here to break it all down. But first, Cadillac, the 11th F1 team joining the grid next season, just announced their 2 drivers. And I want to say we called this.
Oh, we for sure called it.
We for sure called this. They announced the one and only Checo Perez and Valtteri Bottas. I mean, they went for experience.
Valtteri, they went for 500 combined Grand Prix starts.
They went for people who can give them feedback and direction.
16 wins and mountains of experience.
Also, the entire nation of Mexico buying Cadillacs.
100%. Cadillac said, who's the most North American that we can get?
Because they don't have any Americans who can race for them right now.
Checo. Who's going to bring us the most amount of money? Checo.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what's awesome about Cadillac?
What?
Is they're the American team, number one. And yes, we've had Haas.
Haas hasn't leaned into it in the same way that Cadillac is.
No. And Haas, Gene Haas has a solid name in NASCAR.
Of course.
Cadillac has a solid name in America.
Yes.
When the world thinks of an American car, they think of a 25-foot-long 2-door Cadillac.
Yes.
They think of fins. They think of massive engines,
all of
steel
it.
All over the place.
All of it.
And I just love that the American team is making that statement. I could just picture them already just rolling up in 9 mile to the gallon freaking Escalades, just rolling like the gangsters have arrived at the paddock.
Dude,
the 11th team is here.
The Minister of Defense is back. I mean, Checo, you know, there was some commentary by the Sky Sports team this week. They were interviewing Checo, and Checo didn't get a graceful exit.
No.
But his stock went back up after
100%.
Liam lasts 2 races.
Yep.
Yuki gets thrown in there and has scored like a total of 9 points and is in 19th place.
Yes.
And I think Checo's stock climbed dramatically after the F1 World, including Cadillac, was like, oh, wait, hang on a second. This guy is a phenomenal racer, and no one besides Max can drive that crap piece of a car that Red Bull has right now. And they recognize Checo, like, you were done dirty.
Yes.
And he acknowledged that. He's like, and yeah, you all were the ones that did it too. Like, you were throwing me under the bus. And like,
100%.
It was this great moment where I was like, I freaking love this guy's back.
Yes.
And he loved that he's on the American team.
100%.
He's Mexican, obviously. But like, even the Sky Sports, like, well, like, that's the North America, right? Like, it's like, you know, but it was great. I'm excited. I think this makes sense for Cadillac. Not to go with the rookie. Just bring the vets in.
Cadillac gives, like, forget Haas.
Yeah.
Cadillac is the real American F1 comeback.
Yes.
It's incredible. They're just brash in nature. F1's going towards sustainability, and their promo video is their drivers driving an Escalade that's a supercharged V8 that gets like 9 miles to the gallon. And I'm just like, there's zero tact. There's zero care.
Wow.
Let's freaking go. I'm here for it.
I love it.
I love it. I'm very excited. And I think Valtteri, 1 year out, he was at Sauber last.
Mm-hmm.
That was trash.
Yeah, it was such
he
a bad
hasn't had a
season.
chance to prove that he's still got it.
No. And we forget Valtteri was on the Mercedes team when they were dominating
100%.
everyone.
100%.
He was Lewis's teammate. He was someone who was going for the championship himself.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't get it, but was still part of that machine. And he's stayed in F1. He was the third driver for Mercedes this season. And so it's great to see him fully entrusted with a seat again. I think he's going to do great.
Yeah.
I love it. Shall we talk the Dutch?
Let's talk Dutch,
race?
baby. Let's double Dutch this.
We got to talk McLaren. We got to start there. So Lando, some quick context for those of you who may not have been watching this season of F1. Spoilers all day. Lando comes into the summer break and he's feeling good.
Oh yeah,
he's feeling real good.
100%. He's got the mo, according to you.
Got the mo because he has won the last 3 of 4 races going into the summer break. He is a handful of points off of Oscar in first, and
he's fighting back.
He's fighting back. The momentum's his. He comes into this weekend. He's on the front row, but he's second. Oscar gets away and leads every lap. It's undeniable. He's got the pace. He's holding people off. In lap 65 of a 72-lap race, as Lando is coming back to fight Oscar for the win, and it's historically difficult to pass in Zandvoort. It's not an easy track. It's one of those old school tracks, a little narrower. Lando's coming back in lap 65, and his power unit, a Mercedes power unit, we'll get to that later, absolutely biffs and just oil. Decides to check out. It's like, I've done enough. 65 laps, we've went far enough. I'm done.
You know it's bad when he starts going, it smells like something's on fire in the cockpit, guys.
And he literally just pulls off the side, track and just gets out, walks to the dunes, sits down,
finds Chuck,
and just looks
100%
at the ground. And he knows that this is massive for the championship.
100%.
Because now he's DNF'd, and Oscar is going to go 25 points ahead of him.
Yeah.
And so right now, we're seeing this one race, huge implications for the battle between these two McLaren drivers. And so my question to you is, did this failed power unit just end the title fight between Oscar and Lando?
Absolutely not.
Why?
This DNF might have saved Norris's season.
Okay.
Pressure's off. Gloves are on. Piastri pulls ahead, yes, but we just saw the birthing of an underdog. Norris got lighter. The chase is on. Imagine Norris this season without the pressure of chasing after the championship, because now he's got to win 5 races ahead before he's even a point behind Piastri, who's leading it now.
5 of 9's a lot.
He is just now in a place where he just has to put his head down and go for it. I don't know if the Lando Norris of years past would have been able to stay emotionally locked in for 10 races straight. Now think so. He's just fighting. He's like, okay, I just got to fight. I got to fight.
Yeah.
And so for me, I think this is what will seal his championship. And if this is the story, dude, if this is the freaking story, this is what's up. Because this is not, unfortunately, the first Mercedes power unit to crap the bed.
No.
His main rival, i.e. his teammate, Piastri, also has the same power unit.
He does.
This could happen to him.
Hey, and here's the thing, and we'll get into this under the Mercedes section of this talk today. This is not the first time, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth time a Mercedes power unit has
100%
crapped the bed this
100%.
season. And it's a significant issue.
Yep.
Because in years past, cars would fail, power units would fail. You could just kind of count on, it happened to me, it'll happen to my teammate at some point in the season. But that's not the case anymore.
It hasn't been the case.
You know, Renault is still not providing their glorious power units to teams.
Yeah.
In the way that they were back in 2019.
The foreshadowing
is 13 power unit failures in one season between them and McLaren. It's the foreshadowing's there, baby. Renault's no longer here. We have more reliable power
100%.
units. So Lando can't count on it. But the thing that I love is what you're saying here. Lando did seem lighter. He did seem relieved almost. Because again, It wasn't his fault. And it's given him now a different stance by which to fight for this thing.
Exactly.
And God, we love an underdog.
100%.
The sport needs that. Like, again, it's two title weights, two heavyweights going at each other. We love that. But now we give one of another chip on his shoulder.
Yes, 100%.
And it's just going to change the dynamic of the next 9 races.
100%.
So yeah, I mean, I agree with you. He's now the underdog. If he wins,
it's going to be
going to be insane. I don't know if he has it to win, but he has it to be the underdog. I know
100%.
that.
Here's the other thing too that's really cool about this is that the rest of the grid is picking up.
It's insane.
It's picking up. So
it's insane.
The reality is the first half of the season, McLaren's run away, dude. It's going to be a 1-2 McLaren. The rest of the season, dude, throw the bones in the air. I have no idea which way they will fall.
Yeah.
So you got a weekend like this where you have Max in P2 and Hadjar in P3. What do you think could continue to happen down the road? Yeah. So the reality is that, yeah, he's got to win 5 and Piastri's got to be in P2 for 5 races, but Piastri could be in P3. He could be in P4.
Yeah.
The grid is mixed up. We're heading towards some weathery tracks. That's always going to put a little bit of jeopardy into it.
Yep.
And I just think it's going to be a spicy back half of the season.
Oh, dude. I mean, we're looking at the Italian Grand Prix next. We've got Azerbaijan coming up. Always a fast street circuit. We've got Singapore, which is just a heat box.
Exactly.
You're barely hanging on trying to finish that race. We've got U.S., we've got Mexico, we've got Brazil. It was a freaking hurricane practically last time in Brazil. I mean,
not to mention, we have the weather storm himself firing back up. Hurricane Alonso is back on the grid.
Yes.
And it's just a lot of moving parts on the grid in the back half of the season because teams are fighting. I mean, we had Albon come from P15 to 5 today. You don't know what's going to happen.
No.
And I am telling you, I think Lando can still do it.
I agree. I mean, Behrman finished in 6th.
Incredible.
And that bro started in 20th.
100% from the pit lane.
Like, what is happening? So, again, I agree. The back half of this is going to be nuts. But today was a defining moment.
Yep.
And this was huge for not just this championship fight, but for Lando specifically. Yeah. Can we talk Racing Bulls?
Oh, we could talk Racing Bulls all day.
Okay. So we had one side of the garage where the rookie made just stupid mistakes. The other side of the garage, Isaac Hadjar freaking makes a statement with his first podium.
Huge.
But I want to start with the one that made the stupid mistake. In the words of Sainz, obviously. So Liam Lawson, he's going... Sainz is there. They're racing. He crashes into Sainz, causes the collision, utterly decimates Sainz's race. Sainz's words were, he's just so stupid. Always the same guy. He loves this.
Mm-hmm.
He's stupid, but he's lucky.
Exactly.
Because the FIA hands Sainz a 10-second penalty. And just for quick context, the same penalty that Kimi got for crashing into Chuck.
Correct. It was wild. No one knew. No one could figure it out.
No, it's like
no one could figure it out.
Kimi crashes in and just sends Chuck into the wall and destroys his car. Liam crashes into Sainz, destroys his race, and Sainz gets a 10-second penalty. It's crazy. But anyway, that's the stupid side of the garage. The statement side, though, freaking Isaac starts in 4th. Now, Crawford said something that I thought was really interesting. And I honestly wanted to pull this thread during this conversation right now. He said, Racing Bulls and Isaac, they have qualified higher than they deserve to.
Mm.
And so they're going to hold everyone else up.
Yep.
They don't actually deserve to be in 4th.
Yeah.
By the end of that race, Isaac was in 3rd. And I was like, this guy did it.
This guy did it. He fought against every odd. Because the reality is that, number one, yes, they didn't deserve to be there. They thought they were going to be fighting with Williams and with Aston Martin and every other team behind them. They did not think that they were going to be able to stay up that far. And this kid becomes the 5th youngest podium stander in freaking F1 history.
Bonkers.
Absolutely, in his words, unreal. It was unreal. He did the impossible.
Now, here's the thing, too. I hate putting asterisks next to this, but there are a couple asterisks I want to throw out there. One, Lando crashes, or Lando's power unit fails, so he's out. Obviously, that opens up P3 for Isaac, but this is what happens in F1, so that's not as huge asterisk. The other two, though, is both Ferraris were out.
Yep.
So, would one of them pass? I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but his podium is still such a moment for him and for the team. And my question to you is this: what does this win mean for his stock in the Red Bull stable? Because here's the thing. Liam and Yuki, we've already seen them in that seat. Yuki is down in 19th of 21 drivers.
Yep.
You know where Hadjar's at? He's in 10th.
Correct.
He is
on
in
his
the
rookie
top
debut
10
system.
on his rookie debut. So
it's wild.
What do you think this win does for Isaac's stock in Red Bull as a team that fields 2 different teams on the grid?
Yeah, I think Isaac is looking at this weekend and he's going first podium because Lando crashed. Don't care.
No.
Because Ferraris are out. Don't care. I was in the race and I finished the race. I broke the trophy by accident. Don't care.
I saw that. That was a stupid rookie move, but hey, whatever.
I got into this to win a championship. My first season, I'm in 10th place, and I just got my first podium. He is on fire, and then I bet he gets back, and he goes, please don't let Helmut call me. Please don't let Helmut call me. I don't want that other seat. I don't think anybody wants that Red Bull seat.
You think that's true just for this season or for next season as well?
Next season.
Well, the regs changed, though.
I don't think they care. There's no Newey there to pick it up.
No, I mean, I agree. But I do think, though, with the regs changing, they're going to have to, well, everyone's going back to the drawing boards. We know that. But they're going to have to say, okay, we have to design a car that 2 drivers can drive.
Possibly, but they're also going to go where the main team. So we're going to take the aggressive approach. And I think Hadjar's going, I like the approach that Racing Bulls took this season.
It's working for him so far.
It's working for both their drivers, with the exception of Liam Lawson this weekend.
Yeah.
That car is much easier to drive, much more consistent, and gets more points.
I mean, Isaac's tied with Hulk right now, 37 points.
Mm-hmm.
Can easily bump up into 9th place.
100%.
Now, jumping to 8th place would be a challenge because Albon's there with 64 points. So he'd have to go all out. But you're in a Racing Bull and you're in 10th.
It's crazy.
Yuki is down in 19th in a Red Bull. That's significant. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this stock of Red Bull as a car that's a reliable championship winning car is just cents on the dollar right now. 100%. It's so low.
Yeah.
So Racing Bulls as a car that's drivable and now able to get podiums.
Right.
I do think that's the stock of that team has went up.
Yes.
Now, again, it's not a Red Bull. It's not the parent team, but that's purely because of Max.
Right.
Max is the only X factor on that team right now.
And he will stay an X factor.
No, of course he will. Of course he will.
And he's been pivotal in designing the 2026 car. And that's why I think no one's going, say what you want, Red Bull, but can you teach an old bull new tricks? And I don't know if you can.
Next year we'll see, because they have to go back to the
next year. We'll see another car
out.
designed for Max.
Dude, I don't think we will.
How long have they been designing this car?
They've been designing it for a minute. All these cars are. But here's the thing, though.
Lauren Mekes has been in there for all of 3.2 seconds. You think he's just thrown the entire design out?
No, but he has to come to reality that F1 is a different game. You have to design a car that both drivers can drive, or you will lose the championship.
Okay.
and you will not be able to contend with the McLaren's, the Ferraris, the Mercedes.
Time will tell, Ben, but I bet you next year that Red Bull is going to be a heap of garbage, a flaming pile of crap.
I hate this for Max. I deeply hate this for Max.
There's so many
still.
freaking new variables, dude. New team principal, probably a new driver, new power unit, new regs. Half their design team is new. It's going to be it's either going to be prolific or an absolute cluster, and history would mark us and tell us that it is going to be a cluster. So you can have fun with your little Red Bull cap. And I'm going to be with a team, and I'm going to keep wearing my Mercedes cap and hope it doesn't blow up.
We'll get to Mercedes. I'm going to save that one.
I'm trying to bait you into it, dude.
One.
I'm trying to bait you into your Mercedes hate.
Oh, I'm going there in a minute. But first, Ferrari.
Yeah. Man.
This Ferrari fairy tale has hit a new level of low.
100%.
So quick context. Context is key. We got to remember what Ferrari was doing as they were coming into the summer break.
Yes.
Hamilton was in a bad spot. Hamilton is literally saying, get a different driver.
Yep.
I have forgotten how to race. He's going into the summer break in such a low. People who have been in the sport for so long are like, Hamilton, are you okay? Like, are you okay? He's in mentally.
The people were concerned.
The people were concerned.
Yes.
Goes to the summer break, does whatever he does, hangs out with his bulldog in Colorado or something. I don't know.
Looked amazing.
Chuck, looks tan. He's probably been in the med, doing his thing.
Yep.
They come back, and Lewis crashes.
Yep.
First race back. But not only that, but he has a yellow flag infringement and a penalty that he's gotten from that's going to put him 5 places, a 5-place grid penalty for the Italian Grand Prix next week. And not only that, does Lewis both crash early in the race.
Yep.
And has a penalty for next race. But Kimi Antonelli bins it into Chuck.
Yeah.
With less than 10 laps left.
Freaking Kimi.
And freaking just decimates Chuck. Chuck just sat on the sand dunes for a while. I was like, I'm not even.
He couldn't go anywhere. So he just sat there looking like freaking circa 2024 Logan Sargent, just in his sad deck chair, just sitting there weeping under his helmet.
Dude, what a just fire of a weekend for Ferrari.
It's brutal, dude.
So what I don't even have words to describe what's happening with not just the team, but with the drivers right now. Hamilton's in the depths. Chuck's pissed. And it feels like Chuck's optimism in the team has just vanished and been vanquished. He literally, as soon as he comes out, because they had pitted him, changed tires, he comes out, Kimi bends it right into him. And the first thing he says is, we didn't need to do that. The tires felt fine, but whatever. We just didn't need to do that. His first inclination was to blame his team, not to blame Kimi. And that should tell us something about where his mind's
He was basically
at.
like, these tires were crap. We're not going to go anywhere. We weren't going to do anything anyway. It's a bad day when your driver crashes and the first thing he says, well, I guess it's better for me to get out of the car anyway. It's brutal what is happening.
But he didn't blame Kimi. He blamed his team.
100%.
And this is the mental funk that Ferrari is in right now is palpable. How do they make their way back? How do they boomerang back for their home Grand Prix next week?
I mean, I'm not just concerned about them. I mean, Leclerc and Hamilton both DNF'd. Someone needs to go check on Fred.
Fred was just staring. He was just
I don't know where Fred's at, man. But
they doubled down on him, though. They were like, no, Fred's our guy. We love Fred. And
100%.
Fred's like,
I don't know if I'm anyone's guy right now, man. Dude,
I'm not my guy right now.
I'm getting death threats from the mob. It's a whole thing. Yeah, dude. Ferrari's Dutch disaster was biblical. $100 million driver lineup, 0 points. Lewis crashed. Chuck crashes. somewhere Matteo Binotto is smiling in the paddock. What is happening? Like, what is going on? Obviously, the Lewis thing was, he dipped a wheel in the grass or hit the painted line. Chuck's was...
It was still a mistake, though.
It was a mistake, 100%.
And it's Lewis.
100%.
And it was early.
100%.
It was early.
Yep. And Chuck obviously gets, he gets nailed by Kimi, and there was nothing he could do. Absolutely nothing he could do.
Yeah, that was Kimi 100%.
But at the same time, when is this going to end for them? When is this going to end?
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. On paper, it doesn't look so bad.
No.
Because they have only failed to score twice.
Yeah. China, they were disqualified.
Well, they're disqualified then. They DNF'd today. But then outside of that, they only have actually, between the two of them, 3 other moments where they didn't score across the entire season. So when we think about points, there is consistency. But Ferrari isn't like a Williams.
No, it's exactly right.
Oh, yeah, a 7th place is great for us.
That would be great. Like,
we're not Lance Stroll here.
Williams finishes in 5th.
Is great for us.
Albon's like, this is amazing. No. Ferrari finishes in 5th. We should have won.
And this is, and even for Max and Red Bull, like when you're at that echelon of team, Max finishes 2nd. I'm still disappointed.
Yes.
Red Bull still it's Max.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's never enough. So Ferrari, yes, they've scored almost every single race this year. And that's not what they promised themselves or promised the world they were going to do.
No, it looked like at the end of 2024, it looked like they were going to really give McLaren a run for their money.
Absolutely.
And we're here now, and McLaren has run away with their money.
So true.
And we're stuck wondering, when is Ferrari going to deliver on their promises? I don't know if I'll see it in my lifetime, the way that it goes on.
It's been a minute, dude.
It's been beyond a minute.
And we just keep hitting new lows.
Yes.
With this team.
What?
And I don't know. And again, here's the thing. They're in 2nd place in the constructors.
Yeah.
You tell that to a Williams or an Aston or a Racing Bull or a Kit.
They're loving
anyone
life.
Else besides
They're
a Mercedes and a Red Bull, and they're like, we would die for a 2nd.
Yeah.
But it's not enough because they're 2nd, but they're over 200 and 50 points back. Almost, no, they're over 300 points back, actually. Sorry, my math is not mathing. They're over 300 points back from McLaren. They're being publicly humiliated. They are the first losers.
Yeah.
But they are the team with the most historic legacy in F1. With the winningest team in history. So they're just constantly being put on display as this team who should be winning but can't win. They can't overcome themselves.
Yes.
And so this is why it's just week after week, it's never enough.
Right.
2nd place is never enough. 3rds, 4th, it's never enough. A China sprint win, that's nothing.
Yes.
Why are we talking about that? We shouldn't even acknowledge that happened. Like, we need to win, and we need to win soundly. And this is where I think the deep despair is coming in, because now you're placing the winningest team with the winningest driver, and it's not enough.
Yeah. What do you think that Ferrari's problem in 2025 is? For me, I think we've talked at great lengths about the driver instability. To be honest, it's not one-sided. It's not, Lewis Hamilton calls himself useless. Lewis Hamilton is, he spun the car, I think, in all 3 practices.
I mean, he's a great film producer, so he can always get into that.
100%. He, the questions around him, has he checked out of F1 already? And Ferrari is just where he goes to die. But even Chuck, he's overdriving the car. Like, think of Hungary, where he put that car. He can get it up there, but it can't convert. There's a ton of pressure on the Ferrari drivers. And I think that mental toll leaves very little margin for error.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, once you have momentum, do everything you can to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you lose momentum, do everything you can to regain it.
Yeah.
And I think we're seeing just the vice grip tightening around this team purely because the expectations of the nation of Italy, of the legacy of the team and of the legacies of these drivers is at such a level to where anything besides victory is unacceptable.
Right.
And so when that's your standard,
you can't win unless you win.
You can't win unless you win.
There's no milestone that you've reached that you can celebrate because it's never good enough.
No.
And that's a tough place to live. And I think that's where I'm at with Fred Vasseur, because I was super pumped when Freddie went to Ferrari.
Yeah.
Because he brings stability.
He does.
He brings strategy, consistency. The hard thing is Ferrari is still Ferrari. So they still react emotionally rather than strategically.
They are Italian.
They're confused.
Yeah.
Am I building for 2026 or am I here to win this weekend?
At this point, you got to look ahead. You're not going to win the constructors. I mean, if you need to try to hang on to second, and Mercedes is still coming for you.
Yes.
So like you have to have one eye on this season. You can't just check out. But like at this point, you're not going to win. And so if winning is the goal, then if you can throw some more money and some more focus into 2026, maybe that's where you go.
Yes.
But at this point, they're lost. They're overcompensating. And they do not have a path to victory.
It's the pressure cooker of Formula One.
It is.
It is. It's the most emotional team. And it's why everyone loves Ferrari. It's why we love them, because it's either iconic or catastrophic. It's one of two things.
Yep.
And we are in a catastrophic Ferrari phase right now. Drivers with the weight of history groaning under the expectations of the Tifosi and just set up to fail every single lap, scrutinized and analyzed. Crashes at the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, double DNFs. It's an existential crisis,
dude.
It's not like, oh, hey, Norris gets out. Hey guys, we'll try harder next time. No, you get out of a crashed Ferrari, the entire nation is spitting. The entire nation is flipping tables. Like if you don't win in red, you fail in red.
I mean,
that's it.
There's nothing else.
There's no in between.
And when you're winning, it's great. And you're literally on top of the world. But when you're losing, you are crushed under the weight of all that expectation.
Yes.
And so that's what you sign up for when you sign up for Ferrari.
Yes.
God, what a weekend to forget for Ferrari.
A disaster.
Let's go to Mercedes.
Do we have to? We have to.
James, Mercedes is the new Renault.
No, it's such
Mercedes is the new Renault. I've done some digging.
It's not true.
Back into 2019.
You're rage
some of
baiting
the
me.
Facts that I found in my digging. So in 2019, Renault was supplying motors or power units for their team and for McLaren. In 2019, Renault had a total of 13 race-ending power unit failures over the course of that season. In this season, 2025, Mercedes, that supplies power units to both themselves and other customer teams,
many,
like
not
McLaren,
like one,
like
many.
McLaren, has already had 6 power unit failures. Now, it is not as many as 13. But we are just past the halfway point. Mathematically, we're already a little bit further past. But they are seeing a significant and meaningful amount of power unit failures, to the point where the Drivers' Championship, the fight for the Drivers' Championship, is not going to be decided by 2 drivers duking it out. many think that this one power unit failure decided this championship. And that's not what anyone wants to see.
No
and
one wants
that
to see
is
that.
squarely
Yeah.
on the shoulders of Mercedes as a power unit provider. Mercedes is the new Renault.
First of all, you're so wrong.
I am not.
And how
I am
dare
not.
you say that my team is an Alpine with a paint job? That is
I mean, the last couple seasons
acceptable.
would underscore that fact. They have not been themselves since before Red Bull won, and they have been lost since. And now we are seeing this uptick in their power unit failures. 6 is not 13, but we still got a long way to go. And that is significant to see that many power unit failures in one season from a single.
Let me ask you a question, Ben.
Ask away. I'm ready to go, bro.
How many in that time? How many world championships did Renault win?
In what time? The time of their entire existence?
No, not the time of their entire existence, you nerd. In the time we're talking about when they were with Red Bull, when they were providing McLaren. How many championships did they win? Just remind me how many that McLaren got during that time.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Renault, as a constructor, has only won twice.
Correct.
Mercedes, as a constructor, has won 8 times.
Correct.
So obviously, Mercedes, as a team, has won more constructors' titles than Renault. My point is that Mercedes and their constructor championship winning ways, those things there's some distance now between those things. And you know this.
Isn't.
As someone who's been a diehard Mercedes fan, you've been loyal. Good for you. You've been loyal.
Don't
Good
you
on
dare
you.
say good for you.
When Hamilton went to Ferrari.
Condescending.
When Hamilton went to Ferrari, I was thinking you would go to Ferrari. Why not? You love
Oh
Italy.
my gosh. How little
But
you
Mercedes
think of me.
of now is not the Mercedes of old. So we can't say, oh, well, no, Mercedes.
We're not talking about the Mercedes team. We're talking about the Mercedes power unit.
What I'm saying, though, is that their power unit has failed and failed big this season.
It has failed and failed big this season. What
And
I am
it's had a
saying to you is
championship.
that they are not the new Renault. That is what you said. Renault's
Oh,
power
they're absolutely.
unit sucked.
They're absolutely.
And it failed.
But
Mercedes power
but
unit.
they won. They won constructors. And then they went to suck. Mercedes won constructors and now are struggling.
No. You
Now we're
said
struggling.
Renault. You said that Mercedes is the new Renault, and that is incorrect because Renault, the car team, it sucked. Renault's engine sucked.
It was
never good.
Way.
It was never good.
It was good at one
Mercedes,
point. It was
the
good at
car
one
has
point.
sucked. Sure. Who won the constructors championship last year? Oh, McLaren. What was their power unit again? Oh, Mercedes. Who's winning this year? The year
James,
of
that was
okay.
last
Who's
year.
this year? What's McLaren doing this year? Are they doing okay with their power unit?
Talk to Lando Norris.
Talk to their fact that they have
Mercedes
more points than
just
3 teams
cost
combined.
him
Take
the drivers'
team
championship.
4 through
Done.
10, add them together, and Mercedes. Go to Lando Norris tomorrow and just say, "Hey,
Let's-
Lando, I'm so sorry for that little accident we had. Do
Let's
you want
throw
the
this-
Ferrari power engine instead? Do you want any of the other
I would go with a
crap?"
Honda. I'd go with a Honda. But let's just draw a scenario here for 1 second. Let's say we have Max and
I'm
Checo.
peeking, dude.
You're totally
You're
peeking.
gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting.
You're
you.
gaslighting me.
I'm absolutely
This is-
speaking truth here.
I should leave. Friends wouldn't do this to one another.
Let's say Max and Checo
Get another
are
NA alcohol
10
beer.
points. That'll be so good for you. 10 points away in the Constructors' Championship. They're both fighting tooth and nail. Every race counts. Every point counts. So it's going to come down to the last race in Abu Dhabi. And let's say that they have, I don't know, a Mercedes power unit. And then all of a sudden, during a race like this, it just fails. You think one of them who has the failure is going to be like, WTF? What the heck? This was a big deal. I'm literally going to lose. Lando's being optimistic. You had a wonderful monologue about him being lighter. I agree. He is. He's the underdog now. but Mercedes power unit.
There's 9 races.
And it's happened 6 times. Kimi has had 4 DNFs this year. 4. You think Kimi would be like, "Hey guys, what are we doing here? What's going on?"
Ben, you're missing the point of this whole conversation. I am not denying that the Mercedes power unit might possibly, in some cases, not be super reliable.
6 times, baby.
I am not saying that that's not a reality.
By the end of the season.
I'm not saying that I want to see power unit failures on a Sunday. No one wants to see that. What I am freaking saying is that Mercedes is not the new Renault, because it doesn't even make sense logistically, statistically, in any way, shape, or form. That's like saying like Granny Smith is the new Florida Orange. It's just not the same.
I don't even follow that comparison.
Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Renault has been, will be, and actually won't continue to be, because it will no longer exist. It was garbage. Mercedes is here, and it is here to stay. And if they were so concerned, teams wouldn't be signing up for them again for next year. People wouldn't be desperate for the Mercedes power unit. Because why? We are
a strong
amazing.
Word. Desperate's a strong word.
I bet if you ask Max, he'd much prefer that over the freaking pile of bolts he's going to get from Ford.
Well, yeah, we're bringing it forward to this now. Renault was a championship constructor winning team, and then they hit a season where they sucked.
When did they
Mercedes, win? It was when Alonso was there. It was a while back. When Mercedes was a constructor winning team, they were dominant. And they have been in a suck fest the last several years. We give them a different
Mercedes as a
pass.
team, yes, but their engine has not been in a suck fest for the last few years.
Oh, have they been dominant with their engine?
The only years where they weren't up at the top of the grid was when Red Bull went ahead and just swept the entire grid into F2 and went and just raced every weekend by themselves. Every other time,
Red Bull did sweep.
They were there.
F2.
They were there. They weren't bad.
It's been a minute.
It's oh my gosh.
It's been a minute. You are. I should move us along.
Oh my God!
I opened. I am never going to agree with you that we cannot.
Your point
close.
Is so tragic.
It was just for you.
Oh,
it was just
for crying out loud. And you know what? This is what I get for being a loyal fan. Okay. I'm loyal to my thing. You're
I'm from Cleveland. I get it. I get the loyalty.
Yeah, you're also like, I'm going to be with Red Bull as long as they win, and then you just jump off whenever.
I haven't jumped off. I have not jumped off. Is there another team that I
haven't seen you wear your T-shirt in a long time.
No, I have not jumped off. I'm a Max fan.
And Max so it's changed now. It's not Red Bull anymore.
I said that. I said this several episodes ago. Let's go to Williams.
Let's go to Williams.
The FIA decided today to just ruin Carlos Sainz's race. I think they're up there in their booth or wherever they're sitting in their comfy chairs, and they just have like a 20-sided dice, and they're just rolling and saying, who are we going to screw over today?
Yeah.
Not going to make any sense, but who are we going to screw over? And it was freaking Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, during the race, tells his team, make an appointment with the stewards because I'm going to talk to them.
Yes.
Freaking love that.
In the midst of a race.
Freaking love that.
Scheduling appointments with the stewards.
Carlos would do that.
In his defense, everyone was confused. Dude, no one knew what was going on.
Crofty was like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, we don't blame you, is basically what Crofty was saying.
Here's the thing about F1 that is distinct, and there's something about it that I kind of wish we could bring some American umpiring into it. In America, we realize umpires are human, and those human beings make mistakes.
Right.
And so we have allowed in most sports for there to be a review process by which we can undo an egregious mistake that an umpire makes.
Yes.
Right? Or a referee makes, whoever's in the sport. In this particular instance, the FIA is like, 10-second penalty, bro. Yes. You got to serve it when you go into the pits. And it's just like, wait, is there any mechanism by which someone can say, upon further review, Joe Blow over here screwed the pooch on this one and messed up. So that was a mistake.
100%.
Liam Lawson was the one at fault here. So we're going to assign the penalty to Liam. But that's not what happened.
No.
It just stuck with Sainz and like, yeah, sorry, bro. You're done.
Well, in Sainz's words, he was right. This is a complete joke.
He was like, this is like, I forget his language exactly, but like, this is, well, a lot of swear words are involved. Like, this is like the worst thing that has ever
100%.
happened. Like, what are we doing?
100%. On the other side of the coin,
On the other side,
Albon finishes in P5.
And Albon was furious this weekend. With
He was
his team.
livid
In
after qualifying.
He was like
livid.
Albon,
Which I'm loving coming from Albon. Like,
he gets so emotional.
Yeah,
he gets
100%.
like, so angry.
And he's just that nice guy. You know, he's like the nice guy at the party who, like, someone's having a conversation and they're telling a story, and then that kind of drowns out his voice because it's just quiet. And then he just kind of like, he doesn't say anything. He just kind of waits his like turn and then starts to tell a story again, and someone else overcuts him again, and he just kind of waits. Not anymore.
No,
that's not him anymore.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's safe to say that Williams is firmly Albon's team.
Oh, 100%.
Sainz obviously 100%. Is a race-winning F1 talent, but Sainz has struggled.
Yep.
Now, again, today aside, Sainz has still struggled. Sainz is down in 17th place.
Yes.
With 16 points. Whereas Albon is up sitting pretty in 8th with 64
Albon's
points.
delivering.
Albon.
He's protecting 5th place for Williams. Somewhat single-handedly.
It is a Max Yuki kind of pairing.
Wow.
Which is gutting.
Whoa.
Which is gutting.
Whoa.
And I realize there's a strong language. I'm not gaslighting you. It's strong language, but the comparison's there. Yuki's down in 19th. Sainz is down in 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And their counterparts are at the top end of the points and the positions. And so that is a big deal because all of us were saying, dude, Sainz is coming from Ferrari. They freaking almost, we're going toe to toe for constructors.
Yes.
They were almost going to win. Like, I remember last year, it was them and McLaren. And
100%.
This was going to be the moment where
100%.
They were finally going to cross that mountain and win as a constructor. And Sainz was a huge part of that. And then also when Red Bull swept everyone into F2, he was the only other driver to beat Red Bull in Singapore. Like, Sainz has got some street cred. And he goes to Williams, replacing freaking Liam Lawson, Loserville, where they literally were giving his car to Albon when Albon would crash his because they had no faith in him.
Yes.
And we're like, dude, Sainz is coming in and he's going to like own this team. And that is not what
That's not what's happened at all. He's come in, he's started to, in the recent races up until this weekend, perform a little bit better. But yeah, it feels like it's definitely more along the lines of Albon's team still. And I think that's really confirming for Albon.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he probably feels good about that because the noise coming into the season was, man, everyone thinks that Sainz is going to come in and just rip. Because the story last year was, did they make the right decision getting him out instead of Chuck out? Because he was the only one that was really performing at that point.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And so I think for Albon, it's a big confidence boost to him.
Oh,
huge confidence boost.
No,
and honestly,
huge.
Hats off to James still. James Vowles,
dude,
he really does
Jimmy
have.
V.
He says he has 2 number 1 drivers, but I think we're starting to see this season at least it's not 2 number 1 drivers.
No, it isn't. It's firmly Albon's. I mean, in the last 4 races, Albon has scored 3 or 4 times. Mm-hmm. In the last 4 races, Sainz has a 12th, an 18th, a 14th, and a 13th.
Yep.
Painful. It's just painful right now. And before that was a DNF. So really 100%. Like Sainz this season alone has DNF'd 4 times. Mm-hmm. Now, Albon has DNF'd 3, and it was back to back to back. Really
that was depressing.
Painful. That was super depressing. But but besides that, he has scored in the majority of the races 100%. This season. And so again, like, we're seeing a Williams that at least for this season is still firmly Albon's team.
Yes.
Next year with the reg changes, we'll see if Sainz is able to kind of balance out the garage a bit. But right now, again, Albon from 15th to 5th.
Right.
And he benefited a bit. We had 3 DNFs in front of him. But still, that's significant.
Yes.
That's huge for him and for the confidence for him in the team.
100%. One last thing we have to talk about.
For Williams or moving on?
Oh, no, not for Williams. Do you have something else for Williams?
I have nothing else for Williams.
I want to talk about from gravel to glory. Stroll points finish at the Dutch Grand Prix.
Dude.
What is happening? What universe am I living in?
Some alternate reality where you
What is happening?
Biff your car twice in the weekend. Biffed it into the walls. Literally had to have his team working on his car until 1 a.m.
Yes.
And then on qualifying, freaking binned it again.
It was brutal.
And then lucky number 7.
It was
Stroll.
crazy. It's the weekend Ferrari wishes they had.
Dude, here's the crazy thing about
It was
Aston Martin
incredible.
right now. Here's the crazy thing about Aston Martin right now. The F1 world is sleeping on Aston Martin. Has fallen
They're
asleep,
unaware of the sneak.
giving them no airtime. It's actually crazy. I noticed this. We were talking about this before the show. Sky Sports,
They've given up on Stroll.
they've given up on commenting on Stroll. They're done. Like, they
Yeah.
don't give him any airtime. He finishes 7th, and I was like, wait. He finished 7th,
No one said anything.
finished ahead of Alonso. And here's the thing. In the last 4 races, Lance Stroll has scored 3 times. Guess what? 7th, 7th, 7th. He has beaten Alonso twice.
Yes.
In those last 3 races. And again, Aston Martin, they are scoring. Alonso has scored
Yes.
6
They're
of the
chasing.
last 7 races.
We should be talking about them, if not more than everyone is talking about Williams, because they're chasing and gunning down Williams right now.
Oh.
If it wasn't for this weekend, Williams has only a few good tracks left. They have Italy, they have Monza, they have Baku, and then the rest of it, it's a crapshoot. They're going to be praying for rain everywhere. No,
doing
literally.
rain dances. Jimmy V just out there doing rain dances.
They don't have the car for the rest of this year.
No.
And so Aston, though,
Dude,
they're on a tear right now.
18 points down from Williams in 5th.
The coolest thing about Aston for me right now is they are quickly becoming somebody that I'm looking at for 2026 going, if this is the kind of mid-season development you can do without Newey,
oh, yeah.
what are we going to see next year with Newey? Newey literally gets up and leaves the room anytime they start talking about the 2025 car.
Oh, yeah.
He is so laser focused on 2026. They are doing this by themselves, and this is not what Aston used to do. Aston has started strong, ended worse.
Mm-hmm.
They started mid, and now they're improving right now. This is one of the teams that I think is going to become into the mix.
Dude, they boomeranged back. And if I have to put my money on a team that I think has all the components to do very well next year, it is Aston Martin.
Yes, 100%.
Full stop.
100%.
And here's the thing. I struggle even saying this, but I think we have given the Canadian a lot of crap.
You shouldn't struggle saying that. We have definitely given
him a lot of crap. And the last 4 races, this guy has been showing up.
He's performed.
And it doesn't even make sense. But he's doing it in a sneaky, off the grid, off the radar kind of way. Where again, Sky Sports is done talking about this guy.
Yeah.
But this guy has now been scoring consistently. He's still ahead of his teammate. Now, Alonso's on a tear. Again, he's been scoring good points 6 of the last 7 races. Alonso's going to go up on Stroll probably this next race. But he didn't today. Stroll beat him today.
Yep.
And Stroll beat him a couple races ago as well. So, like, he can hang with Alonso. There's something maybe resembling grit that is starting to emerge.
I agree. That's one of the words I have written down for him is where did Lance Stroll where did Lance Stroll get this grit from? When did he discover it?
I don't know.
You don't get these kind of results this year not caring. You don't get these kind of results relegating yourself to it's just going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, you got to put some work in to get these results.
100%.
And there's a pattern now. And whenever a pattern emerges, it suggests consistency.
100%.
And that's what we're starting to see with Aston is like, we're like, hang on a second.
You're sweeping points every week.
You're sweeping points.
They had both cars in the points this week.
They did.
Both.
And again, this is the thing. In the last 3 or 4 races, they've had double points finishes.
Yes.
So that's consistency. And Williams, again, they are thanking the F1 gods that Albon somehow made it to 5th
100%.
today.
100%.
But they need to be doing all the rain dances they can and praying to the F1 gods that they will continue to score points because Aston is coming for them.
Yes. I think they're going to struggle. Looking ahead to Monza, I think they will struggle there with the high speed. Monza, 80% full throttle.
Yeah.
So it's the temple of speed for a reason.
Yep.
It's also really hard to overtake. So I don't know if they're going to do well there, but I do think for the rest of the year, I think we're going to see Aston in the mix for sure.
Yeah. No, they're here to stay, and this is a great omen for next season for them.
100%.
It's great.
Yeah.
Looking ahead to next week, Monza, what are your predictions?
Well, I'm nervous for the Ferrari drivers to go there.
I'm nervous for them to step foot on Italian soil again.
I'm nervous if they'll make it to Italian soil.
Armored cars from the plane to wherever they're staying, and then from where they're staying to the race.
One of the drivers is walking in with a 5-place grid penalty. So we're not looking good for Ferrari.
Not a great omen for them.
Not a great omen for them. Norris is going to probably have to put a new power unit in, which he's out of. So he's looking at a grid penalty as well. So I think it's going to be a great weekend for Piastri.
Piastri's like, hey.
I think it's going to be good for Piastri. I think we'll see Williams up there. And, man, who knows? Red Bull, maybe Max can do it. Top speed's not too bad. Maybe if you
don't hear the name Mercedes come off your lips.
I don't know how they're going to do. I don't know how they're going to do in Monza. As all my talking, I'm a little nervous about them in Monza.
You're a little nervous. It's okay to be nervous.
I mean, just Kimmy's really hurting me.
Russell just
effervescent.
Just today
Russell.
looks so
my
good.
Gosh, that's incredible.
In his big hoodie after the race, just glowing. I'm like, did you race today? Like, what was going on, bro? It's gonna be Oscar. It's gonna be Oscar in Monza. Full stop.
Are you gonna fill me with hope and say you think it'll be Mercedes?
No, I don't. It's gonna be Oscar. I want to say Max will be in the mix.
Yep.
But honestly, I have no idea who's gonna be third on the podium.
It's hard.
Freaking Isaac Hadjar was third today. Like, who would have bet on
he
that?
will not be third in Monza, but.
I mean, if the Ferraris would be dreaming, praying against all hope that they could possibly hope for a podium. Huge uphill battle for them.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the story of the weekend for me is what's Norris going to be able to do with his grid penalty.